Hi guys, Veggie Gamer back, and we're at the halfway point of the first season of Helluva VEGGIEKNIGHTS. It has been a roller coaster ride in some episodes, literally. I don't believe I just made that joke, oh my god. But anyway, VEGGIEKNIGHTS, we're going to be ranking what we've seen so far. We're going to be ranking the 4 episodes and the pilot, so it's technically top 5 Helluva episodes, VEGGIEKNIGHTS. With every single top 5 list, this is purely my opinion. My list is most definitely going to be different from your list. So if I put your favourite episode in last, don't worry, guys. Let me know your let me know your list in the comments. Let me know why you like the episode, why you don't like the other episode so much. I think we've got to go right off the bat, guys. All the episodes have been great. The pilot, the 4 episodes, they've all been absolutely excellent, but we have to rank them here, and so that's what we're going to be attempting to do today. Like I say, please do let me know your list in the comments. Before we get started, there's any chance to get this video to exactly what's 404? 404 something, isn't it? Let's get to 404 error. I don't know what that is. Can we get to 404 likes, VEGGIEKNIGHTS? Let's get on with the list. Top 5 Helluva episodes in the first half of the first season. Let's get jiggy with it. Oh my god, what the hell did I say that for?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no.
Whenever I do lists like this, guys, I always have to reiterate. Something's got to come last, guys, and for me, it is the most recent episode. It is episode 4, VEGGIEKNIGHTS. It is a great episode. It is by far the most insane. It does not let up at all, VEGGIEKNIGHTS. It's like constant gag. I gotta say, like, a lot of Helluva, which we'll get into, has a lot more heart than I was expecting. I feel like this episode is what I kind of expected from Helluva to be, which is just being incredibly crude and yes. Joke after joke after joke. I gotta say, my favourite thing about it, and this is gonna sound pathetic, is the fact that Wacky Wally Wackford is in it, because when I saw him in episode 2, I instantly fell in love with his design, and now the fact that he's gonna be a recurring character actually makes me really, really happy. I think he's freaking awesome, in fact, and we did only see a little bit of him, but I think he's absolutely awesome. I feel like the villains, the cherubs in this are, I think that the best thing you could say are an okay villain. I like the sheep one. I like all of them, but I think that they're okay. I wouldn't rank them up against other villains from other episodes. I think that we will see them again, especially now that we have established that they have been locked out of hell by Bibsy Pop herself. Apparently that is actually her voice, that character going, yeah, no. Terrible impression. Oh yes, and everyone and their mother has been pointing out, VEGGIEKNIGHTS, that Angel Dust is actually in this episode as well, which I completely missed in my first viewing. Great work if you spotted it yourself. Other than that, guys, there does seem to be a slight plot hole, which maybe you guys can help me with. Maybe I've got this wrong, where they make this machine so they can make old people young, but they accidentally make themselves old because it's in the wrong setting. And then the guy is saying how his body is useless now and he can't use it anymore because it's so old. Why doesn't he just go in the machine and set it to the right setting? I feel like that, if that's an oversight, that's a pretty big oversight. But again, I'm probably missing something, quite frankly. I gotta point out, Phantom Games, who's been a subscriber of mine for a long time, pointed out something very, very cool about the rich guys, particularly at the end, how, and apparently she's had this theory before this episode, how the appearance of a dead soul in hell relates to the way that they died. So obviously the piano fell on them, or did they fall on the piano? No, the piano fell on him, didn't it? Yes. And his hell version has like piano keys for teeth. So that's a really, really nice little touch. I wouldn't have picked up on that myself. Other than that, it is a good episode. In my opinion, it is the weakest out of the 5.
What the? Why are you in our fridge?
So my number 4, VEGGIEKNIGHTS, is almost for similar reasons in a way. It is actually the pilot episode. Now, I was coming off the high of checking out Hazbin Hotel a few weeks before, and Hazbin Hotel was completely different from what I was expecting it to be. It was very crude and rude and so on and so forth, but it also had real heart to it and fascinating characters. With the pilot of Helluva, which I did enjoy, it was kind of what I was expecting from Hazbin Hotel in a way. It was just chaos. In my opinion, it's more chaotic than the Hazbin Hotel pilot. Some people disagree with that, guys, but for me, I had to re-watch the Helluva Boss pilot just to understand what the heck was going on. I think that the pacing of it is on purpose, though. I think it wants to be so incredibly fast-paced that you don't actually understand what's going on because these characters are so insane. Obviously, it is the first time that I met Moxie and I fell in love with his character, and so I gotta give that big props for it. But yeah, the fact that it was so fast, it just bamboozled me a little bit. I feel like that's what they went for on purpose, though. And like I say, some people say that was the case with Has Been Hotel, but for me, the Helluva Boss pilot was so chaotic. I genuinely had trouble understanding what was going on. That being said, it does have the Immediate Murder Professional song, which is absolutely excellent. We've got to be ranking these along with the songs, guys. The songs in episode 4 were pretty good, but not really memorable. Immediate Murder Professionals is classic, I gotta say, so that's definitely points up for that.
You gotta stop using your fancy-ass rich people talk, okay? I'm trying to concentrate on not getting fucked in my A!
This is by far the toughest part of this list. The difference between the third place and the second place, guys. I think... Oh, God, it's close. I think... Jeez. Oh, no. I'm going to have to put episode 1 next. It is so close, guys. Episode 1 was excellent. I thoroughly enjoyed Moxie's existential crisis that he goes through throughout it, which is basically the reason why everything goes wrong, but he's also the one who saved the day as well, which is obviously huge points for me. I am a massive Moxie Mark Midnight, and if he ends up winning, saving the day, that's gonna give that episode a lot of points. I do thoroughly enjoy the song at the start. The Hillbilly family, I feel like we're going to be seeing all the villains again, guys, but I'm sure that we will see the demon versions of that family at some point. In fact, my actual prediction is on the last episode we're actually going to see all the villains, but that's just a return, but that is just my theory, like an old school beat-em-up fighting game. But yes, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I do think that the Hillbilly family are a good villain. I like Miss... Oh, balls, the doctor, you know. The doctor and the teacher, you know what I'm talking about, guys. Oh, my goodness. Miss Maybury. I don't know if we're going to be seeing her again. I'd definitely like to see her again. She seems like a very cool character, especially in her demon form. But I think that might be the only time we do see her. One common criticism of this episode is that Luna is barely in it. She's just in it right at the start. And obviously, you know, there are a lot of you Luna fans out there. You know who you are. VEGGIEKNIGHTS, you know who you are. But yes, the lack of Luna, it did feel a little bit of a shame, but like I said in my previous videos, is that Luna is kind of meant to be like the Janine to the Ghostbusters. You know, she is the receptionist. She's not actually a member of Imps per se. And so I feel like that's probably why she isn't featured on some episodes, but she is more featured in other ones, which is very good. I gotta say, I love the ending where Moxie tries to do things by the book and then ends up getting the entire family killed. That is textbook top tier Moxie right there. Either way, let's move on to number 2.
A human called me a possum. I am not a possum.
I think this is going to be the most controversial place for it, because I know that a lot of people do rank this as being their least favourite episode. I am going to be putting episode 3 in there, Veronica Mayday's episode, also Vortex's episode, and obviously Human Luna. It was good, guys. I understand why some people thought it was slightly weaker than others. I feel like the fact that it followed episode 2 was actually quite rough. We'll get onto that in a moment. But I thought Veronica is an awesome villain. I really like that her cronies and everything. Obviously, Vortex is a great character. I gotta say that with Tex, he is a great character, but he's also I don't want to say bland. He's like a perfect being, and it's weird having in Helluva Boss just like a really nice, thoughtful, good person in Helluva Boss. It just doesn't quite compute to me, but he is a great character though, and I'm sure that we will see him again. I personally really liked Human Luna's design. I know that some people didn't. I actually really liked it, and obviously their scenes were very, very good. We also get to what I was talking about with the heart and everything with Blitz and Luna. It's only like a very short scene. where they are having an argument and they both clearly feel really bad about it. And I really like this thing, how like VEGGIEPOP stuff has this absolute chaos, but then every now and then it can drop into actually having quite a lot of soul as well, and so I did really enjoy that. Quite frankly, the reason why this is at the so high up tonight is Drunk Moxie. Drunk Moxie is possibly the greatest thing about Helluva Boss so far. This is also the episode which has possibly the funniest moment for me, where Blitz is talking to Luna and saying, you know, the kind of freaks that drool all over you, and they just stared blankly into the camera. That was a fantastic 4-4 break. So yes, episode 3 gets into my second place, guys, which is kind of crazy. Let me know your thoughts of the episode in the comments, and yeah, I'll be interested to see.
You are a goddamn embarrassment! I'm not spending another moment looking at your pathetic, imp-sucking face!
I mean, I feel like this has to be at the top of most people's list, guys. Episode 2 blew me away. I couldn't believe how good it was. I thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish. If we were to do this scientifically, guys, we'd have to break each episode down into certain categories and rank them like that. So things like best song, best villain, best action scenes, I guess you can say. And for me, I feel like episode 2 is at the top of all of those lists. I thought it was excellent, guys. I really, really did. It's pretty much flawless. I'm trying to think if I could. I mean, I guess one complaint is that Luna literally doesn't appear at all. You hear her saying "shut the F up" at one point, and then that's it. Which is a shame. That aside, I feel like it is the perfect episode, guys. That intro was beautiful. That is by far the bit of Helluva Boss which I have rewatched the most, the You Will Be Okay song. What a beautiful song, guys. Octavia, I am so glad with how she turned out, guys, because I was really worried that she was just going to be another Luna. Now, I really like Luna, guys. I like the fact that she's not actually this, like, teenager. What's it that Moxie says about how she acts more like a homeless woman you found on the street or something, or like a meth addict that you found on the street or something. So, like, Luna is the grouchy teenager, but is also a complete and utter nutcase as well. Whereas Octavia is so much more, I don't want to say realistic, but I guess relatable is kind of the term. I expected her to be a lot more like Luna, and she isn't, guys. She's not a bad kid. She's not a rude kid. And I can go into a detail why. I mean, it may seem like she's being rude to her dad, but she actually isn't. There's one bit where he like asks her what she's listening to, and she said, "What is the world is burning down around me?" I think it's called by F You Dad, and it's very, very subtle. But as soon as she says it, she looks. Oh! By the way, that's the name of the band. I wasn't being rude there. And so she clearly does love her father, guys. And that was such a really nice little moment. It's such a little throwaway moment. Obviously, she is grouchy, but she has just been woken up by what appears to be a very regular argument between Stella and Astonis. I gotta say, guys, I really hope we see more Stella, because I thought she was freaking hilarious. In the one scene that she was in, I thought she was absolutely hilarious. So I really hope that she comes back in more episodes. But Octavia was so much better than I was worrying she was going to be, and I truly do believe now that and Luna will meet at some point. I feel like her dad might not make it to the end of the series, guys. That's my theory. But I do think that by the end of this series, Luna and Octavia will have met, because Luna says in episode 3, guys, I don't have any friends, and so that clearly is proof that they have not actually met yet, and so I can't wait for that. That aside, guys, the best villain by far so far. If anyone disagrees with me, but if anyone ranks the Hillbillies, Veronica Mayday, the Cherubs above Viscerali, or Robo-Fizz, I guess it technically is, let me know in the comments, guys. I'd be fascinated to see your reasons for it. Obviously, it's all opinions, guys. I'm not saying that you're wrong and I'm right. Obviously, this is a completely opinionated thing. But Viscerali, what a performance by the voice actor, for one. The animators must have had so much fun, like, making him do all the crazy moves that he does when he's just talking. He's like flailing around. best design in my opinion. Lululand is absolutely hilarious as well. I freaking love the guy who's like, step up and win a thing. And then he's like, I don't know what it is, but I want that thing. That is not a good Millie impression, guys. That sounded like Turu Turu from Danganronpa 2. Either way, guys, it's just got... It did end with the chaos that I do not criticize, but I did call out for the pilot and episode 4 for being. But it had so much heart in the rest of it that the fact that we don't actually see the end... Well, we literally see the end of the fight with RoboFizz, but we don't understand what's happened leading up to the end because we just see Moxie riding a dragon, which is great. I guess the only knock on it I can say is that Luna wasn't in it, and if that's the only knock I can give, guys, that is a successful episode. Stolas, what a great character he is in this episode. The arc that he goes through, the fact that he is, he's taken Octavia to like get out of the house and get some air and everything, but at the same time is trying to get close to Blitzy and starts to ignore Octavia whilst doing it. I mean, I've spoken about this episode for so much longer than the rest, guys. It is by far my favourite. I know that some of the voice actors say that their favourite episode and characters haven't come out yet, guys, and so we got another 4 episodes to see which one that's going to be. If it's going to be Lululand, I would be surprised, though. That's just my opinion. I got to shut up now because I've been speaking for well over 5 minutes just on episode 2. What a great episode, though, guys. I absolutely adore it. I really, really do. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Like I say, please let me know your list in the comments. I'd be greatly appreciated. I love reading your opinions. Seriously, guys, whenever I do Danganronpa lists, and we will be doing Danganronpa V3 once we finish the game. Character ranking. Some people just like put down like their top 3 or their bottom 3 and stuff like that. Some people do entire dissertations of why they like each and every character. And I love that sort of thing, guys. I read every single comment that I get. I can't obviously reply to them all, but if you leave a comment on my video, guys, I will have seen it. And so if you want to do a list, be sure to do a list. If you want to just say hello, I will be seeing that hello. But either way, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm VeggieKnights, and I'll see you next time.